Alright then, UFC 245 predictions. So, this'll just be an amazing card, what can I say? Yeah, so 243, 244 predictions did not go my way. 244, I got a couple of them wrong. Kevin Lee and Darren Till, they both proved me wrong, fair play. 243, I can't believe Israel did it, man. He just wrecked Whittaker. Whittaker didn't go for the wrestling, did he? But yeah, anyway, just one of them, innit? Just happens. Enough of that. So, on to the fights. First fight I'll be predicting will be Marlon Moraes versus Jose Aldo. So yeah, Marlon honestly thought he beat Henry Cejudo, man. He knocked out Aljamain Sterling with ease, you know. Submitted Rafael Assunção, which was just madness. Like, I didn't even realise that his ground game was that good. You know, he just made Rafael look a fool. And then, obviously, knocked out Jimmy Rivera. Actually, no, I think he did that before Assunção, sorry. But that knockout was amazing. Like, he was just not really doing much for, you know, some of the round. Then switch kick, knocked out Rivera. Or Rivera, however you pronounce it. So, yeah. And before that, Rivera was undefeated. No, he'd only lost one fight, but he was undefeated in the UFC. It was like 18-1 or something, I think. I don't know. So, yeah. And against Cejudo, you know, fell short. What can I say? Cejudo just rose to the occasion and did absolutely amazing. And Moraes, you know, he was doing great in that first round, but then he got beat. So what can I say? Aldo though, coming down to 35. The thing is, he ain't really big enough for 55. So, and he's never missed weight, and he has never really struggled to make weight. So I don't really think, like, I know he probably cuts 10-15 pounds, but still. I know shedding an extra £10 will be hard, but at the end of the day, he's a stand-up madman, Muay Thai madman. He's grafting like mad, sweating loads, and you know, he's not going to water cut from the weight he water cuts from to get to 45. He's going to lose some more weight naturally and then water cut down to 35. He's just got insane takedown defense, hasn't he? You know, he's just a beast. Not saying that Marlon will try and take him down, but the thing is, Aldo, he's only gotten finished or beaten. So he's got finished by the longer fighters, the taller, longer, rangy fighters. And obviously he lost to Volkonsky, who's just a beast, and Volkonsky kept clinching him. So, listen, Aldo's just a beast. I know it's really hard to come down weight, as it was shown, you know, TJ Dillashaw versus Cejudo. TJ didn't have the chin, but that he did at 35. But I just think Aldo will do it. I think, you know, it'll be at kickboxing range. They won't be gritty in the clinch, and if it does get in the clinch, Aldo's got this. He's the bigger, stronger blow. But even out of the clinch, I think he can keep banging him with kicks and just hitting him and getting him, you know. So I think Aldo will probably get a decision win. Alright, so next fight is Pierre Yon versus Uriah Faber. Now, Faber, he had a pretty cool comeback. I was surprised how much of a big underdog he was. It was mental. I thought it wouldn't quite be a pick'em, but obviously Ricky Simon would probably be the favourite. You know, he's just done more, hasn't he? He's been way more active. You know, I mean, when was the last time bloody Uriah Faber fought? You know, it had to be. I think it was what's his name? He fought Brad Pickett. That's it. Yeah, I know Brad Pickett is, but like I was thinking, who did he fight? Who did he fight? You know, that was a cool fight, but Faber mugged him off, and that was Pickett's last fight. It was when he left his hat in the ring and the gloves in the ring. I remember now. But yeah, Ricky Simon. He hadn't really beaten anyone, but he had you know, a few fights in the UFC. I think like 3 or 4 fights in the UFC. But Faber just landed that big right hand and battered him. What can I say? But Ricky Simon, you know, he hadn't really fought anyone who's, you know, top 10 worthy, had he really? Or anyone in the top 10, he hadn't really fought anyone. So, Faber, just with the experience factor, just wrecked him. But, Faber's opponent, Pierre Yon, he did very well. against Jimmy Rivera. You know, he bloody knocked him down every time at the end of the round. It was close, you know, it was close when normal things were happening. But then, at the end of each round, he nearly finished Jimmy Rivera. It was quite cool, really. And, you know, he trains at Tiger Muay Thai. And I don't think... Faber can try and wrestle him, I guess. But I think Faber, you know, the way he fought in that Ricky Simon fight, you know, you'd think he'd want to keep it standing. But I think Pierre Yon's just going to knock him out. I think he'll be able to knock Faber out, to be fair. Yeah, you know, hopefully he just doesn't stand with him straight away, because then Faber's got a decent chance. But, you know, he could get the takedown or hit him with the right hand. But I think Pierre Yon will just beat him. I think he'll knock him out and get the win. Next is Nunez versus Durandamy. So, to be honest, what can I say really about this fight? Never count out Durandamy, because she's, you know, pretty good. I know her record's only 9-3, but she's quite good. I did look at the odds, because, you know, when some person fights a champ and and you just want to see the odds, just see what the bookies think, because usually the champ's the favourite. And Nunez, from what I remember, is a massive favourite, you know, and Durandamy's a big underdog, and I don't think you really should be counting her out, because, you know, I swear she's, what's her name? She did, because I mentioned, her Holly Holm fight, you know, when she hit her after the bell a few times. And that, as I said, that was a bit bad, but, you know, you just got to forget about that stuff at the end of the day. She doesn't cheat in every fight, so, yeah. But yeah, as I say, her record is 9-3. She beat, what's her name? She knocked out Aspen Ladd really quick, I remember. Like, that was the one that they were like, oh, that's a questionable knockout. And she beat Raquel Pennington as well last year. And beat Holly Holm the year before that. It's good that she hasn't been like fighting loads and loads every year, you know. She's been letting her body rest. I should address the elephant in the room. She did duck Cyborg, you know. You can argue Cyborg was on steroids and all that shit, and yeah, but Nunez went up a weight division and fought Cyborg and knocked her out in the first round. So, you know, Nunez has got the balls. She's got the mental toughness. She's finished her last two opponents in the first round, you know. Finished Holly Holm with ease in the stand-up department, surprisingly. Didn't take her down or anything, I'm pretty sure. She knocked out Raquel Pennington in the 5th round as well, as I remember. Beat Valentina Shevchenko, a close decision. So, yeah, I think Nunez, she shouldn't be a massive, massive favourite like she is. Don't count out Durandamy. But I think Nunez will finish her within 3 rounds. Probably, yeah, round 3 she'll finish her. Alright, then next fight I'll be predicting will be Holloway versus Volkonsky. So, Max Holloway, he's gone through a killer's row of people. I didn't actually watch the Frankie Edgar fight. I just totally forgot. I'm sorry. You know, Max Holloway just did better than Frankie. Everyone says, and just comfortably won. Again, I didn't watch Poirier versus Holloway, because I think for the Edgar and the Poirier fight, I was on holiday for both of them, surprisingly. So I just didn't get the chance to watch them. I'm pretty sure I was anyway. I was away for the weekend, so and I just couldn't be asked to watch them, to be fair. So I will try and watch them at some point and just see what I thought of them and see how cool they are. I did watch a bit of Dustin Poirier versus Holloway, and it seemed, because Holloway was getting to points where he nearly finished him, but Poirier, his chin, his heart, you know, he just came back, and Holloway has a good chin and an amazing heart, you know, both two very tough people. But that Brian Ortega fight, man, that was just insane. Holloway was just battering him and battering him and battering him for round upon round upon round upon round, and it was just insane to watch. Fights before that, obviously both the Aldo fights, Holloway was getting hit, but his chin got him through it. You know, Volkanovski, he seemed like quite a smart fighter, especially what he did to Aldo. Kept getting him in the clinch and just kept working him. Aldo didn't really land anything big on Volkanovski. And Volkanovski knocked out Mendes with ease, really. I didn't even know Volkanovski was, when he fought Mendes. And he just made it look easy. He just, I'm pretty sure he avoided the takedown and then he just managed to get the knockout. What can I say? So, yeah, Holloway, I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually looked at the odds for this one, but I'm pretty sure he is a big favourite. I know I looked at the odds for Nunez versus Durandamy, but yeah, he's a very, very big favourite, I'm guessing. But I think Volkanovski will just keep clinching him, he'll just grind him out and get a decision. I don't think he'll be able to land that much, because think about it, if Aldo, an amazing striker, couldn't really land much. I know Holloway's different, but I just don't think Holloway will land much in either, I think Volkanovski will keep clinching him, showing the skills, showing the levels, and I think Volkanovski can do it. And now, Colby Covington versus Usman. I cannot wait for this. So Colby and Usman, probably, well, I personally, listen, I'll get this out of the way. I think Colby, he's quite, he's good at promoting the fights. His trash talking's just a bit aggressive and it seems like a bit of a joke. But it gets people interested. It gets people wanting to watch. I love his fighting style. I love the pace he puts on. People who are like, oh, I hate the trash talk, I hate the trash talk. The thing is, he nearly got the sack from the UFC. I remember one of his fights, I said, oh, even if he wins this Damian Maia fight, we're still going to have to release his contract. So he had to make an impression. He thought, I'm fighting normally, I'm being a nice, humble dude, and they're going to sack me, and I'm winning all these fights I haven't lost yet. So I totally understand why he's doing this. I do think he's taken a few things too far, though. Saying stuff about Usman saying, oh, your manager died because you're taking too long to accept the fight, and what else, like about Matt Hughes being in the train track, being in a train crash, saying you got to get out of the way of the Colby train. Matt Hughes didn't learn his lesson. I'm probably misquoting those two. I don't know exactly what was said, but it's along those lines. I think those things are way too far. That isn't fight promotion. That isn't going to get people to want to watch. That just makes UFC look like, and MMA look like a bit of a toxic sport, in my opinion. But you can, I don't think bringing up, family and dead people is fight promotion. Personally, other people might disagree, but that's just my personal opinion. So, yeah. Usman, though, he's been on a tear. Thing is, what's mad about this fight, though, right? The guy who beat Colby, Usman won a unanimous decision against. And the guy who beat Usman, Colby beat. I think it was another unanimous decision. But the thing is, Colby actually lost in the UFC, and this fight was for some random promotion, and it was Usman's second fight. So, and this was, Colby's loss was in the UFC. So, and also, look at all the people with Usman, right? He's mugged off so many people. Sean Strickland, he beat Leon Edwards, beat Damian Maia, beat RDA, beat Tyron Woodley, and he beat all of these people with ease. Leon Edwards did defend quite a few takedowns, to be fair to him. But everyone else he just beat with ease. And Emil Meek as well, or Emil Meek. Beat everyone he's come up against in the UFC. So, yeah, I just feel like Usman, the thing is with Colby, when he fought RDA was landing a little bit on Colby. When RDA fought Usman, I remember Usman was in a he was in a bit of a Kimura or something, like he was a bit side on and a bit in a Kimura, and that was the only bit of offense that RDA really had on him, So yeah, I think Usman's just going to get a decision, to be honest, and he'll probably mug off Colby, in my opinion. Usman's the bigger guy, and the thing is, if you're a bigger guy, especially in wrestling, you're going to have the advantage. Usually in all-around grappling, but the thing is, with submission grappling, a lot more technique comes into play, but with wrestling, it is a lot of technique, but there's more strength involved. I know there is with submission grappling, but I feel like with wrestling, there's more strength involved. And I feel like Usman will just be able to grind down Colby and just beat him and get a dominating win. So I'm going for Usman in this one. I think Usman will win. So those are all my predictions then. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.